in case or not.
I'll move it.
All right, moved by Peggy,
That sounds good.
seconded by Judy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
I'll move
Oh,
it.
Moved by
Now
second.
second that case.
Okay, seconded by Judy. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, move on to item
Casey,
one.
just a reminder, can I quickly do the roll call?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Legislators Jordan,
Here.
Tassone,
Here.
Abbott Keenan, Chase,
Here.
Holmquist.
Here.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Melanie. Okay, move on to item 1A on our agenda, resolution calling a public hearing in connection with proposed improvements to the Onondaga County Sanitary District. Frank, the floor is yours. Wait, you're muted. You're muted, Frank.
That better?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's better.
My apologies, I'm technologically impaired here, but everybody I assume can hear me okay now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, the first three items on the agenda, 1A, 1B, and 1C, are resolutions calling a public hearing for the projects that are part of our CIP program for 2021 and projects that we will be seeking your authorization to bond for. So I'll just briefly give you a little bit of perspective about each one of the projects. The first one is and relates to the Harbor Brook channel. Now, the Harbor Brook channel comes in on the west side of the city through Burnett Park, through Fowler, those areas, ends up in Onondaga Lake. A portion of the channel is open, that is free flowing, and a portion of the channel is enclosed by concrete culverts. This project seeks to get funding to repair channel sections both on the open side and enclosed by the culvert. Remember, this is about a 110-year-old culvert and channel section that's been around a long time. So these repairs have been ongoing, and we want to continue this year by authorizing $200,000 to keep that channel clean, to keep it able to convey water and avoid flooding.
Okay, are there questions?
When are you planning on doing this? Look,
Peggy, I would say at some point during the year in 2021, it will start. And it's not an urgent project, but a necessary project. So it will be in construction during the course of the year.
okay.
Yeah, it's an ongoing.
All right.
It's also, you should know, it's also somewhat ongoing. It started back in 2017 and continues.
Okay. Other questions? All right. Hey, Melanie, why don't we do a roll call for each one of the items, just, for the record.
Certainly. So we'll vote Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Legislator Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan, he's not joining us.
Yes.
Chase
Yes.
Yes.
and Holmquist.
Yes.
All right.
5
Thank you.
ayes, 0 noes.
Thank you. You want to talk about B, Frank?
Sure. So Resolution B, also calling a public hearing in connection with the CIP project for 2021. This relates to the Metro Treatment Plant campus. As you know, we have many mechanical, electrical, plumbing, piping, all kinds of systems here. We had an evaluation by a consultant a couple of years back, and they took a look at some of these assets and graded them both on the consequences of failure and the significance of failure. Based upon that report, we developed a phasing approach to the project. This is phase one. We're seeking $4 million in engineering monies to deal with a number of civil, electrical, mechanical, and other infrastructure rehabs at our Metro treatment plant. And this is really coming out of not only the consultant report, but some of our work with Maximo, which is our asset management system, to make sure that we keep these systems running effectively before we have a problem. So these have been prioritized. And I think it's a good plan, and it's one that's been in development for a while. So we want to kick this off in 2021.
Frank, can you maybe just kind of go through a listing of what projects would be included within that $4 million?
Yeah, so I think I can speak generically, but to the point, Casey, the plant areas that we're talking about here have to do with our primary clarifier systems. Those are the big primary tanks, and some of the mechanical systems. For example, the skimmer that is on top of the tank that is running continuously. Some of the other guts of the mechanical systems that support that and pump it up. That's one example. The aeration systems, our secondary clarifier systems, same kind of thing, big tanks with skimmers and mechanicals that need to be rehabbed. There are underground galleries that run throughout this campus. So pipe chases, electrical components, as well as one other item, the new screen and grit building needs some rehab to some mechanicals there as well. So without getting into the gory details, that's kind of the overview.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Are there any questions? Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Peggy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Seconded by Julie Abukenan. Okay. Can we do a roll call?
Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist.
Yes.
Okay.
I got
Resolution.
0 no's. Okay,
Go ahead, Melanie.
sorry, that's okay.
Okay. Resolution passed unanimously. Okay. Can we go on to item C on the agenda?
The third resolution, Mr. Chairman, deals with, and committee members, deals with the force main and the pump station on what's known as the, I'll call it Route 481, Route 298 industrial corridor over near the town of DeWitt. This project is in the vicinity of Ultra Dairy, of Inficon, of other rather significant industrial users in the area. Traditionally, their discharges have flowed through the neighborhoods of some of the areas here. What we're trying to do with this new force main and this new pump station is redirect those flows away from the neighborhoods and send them into our trunk sewer, which is near Carrier Circle. And in doing that, we're freeing up capacity, not only in the system that exists today, but the opportunity for economic development in the future for not only expansions of maybe Ultra Dairy, Inficon, et cetera, but others that may want to come in and build. So we have an engineering consultant on board right now doing the design work. We'll be seeking 6.25 million sometime in accordance with this to get it constructed in the next year, year and a half.
So would this sort of tie into the development that's going on Kirkville Road?
It could, Casey, at this point. That's on the other side of 481. That already has sewer service, but this might free up capacity for someone else on the other side that may be interested in developing and tying in.
Okay, all right. And now the effluent from Altered Dairy and the other industrial users, is that sort of pre-treated before it's released into the sewer system?
Yes, it's pre-treated and regulated by us, so it's not just automatically released.
Right.
It has to be
Okay.
pre-
Thank you. Other questions?
So Frank, is this one of our capital improvement projects for the year?
It is, Peggy, because Alter Dairy and others are expanding. And so we're marrying up their expansion with our work, as I said, to not only free up capacity for them, but for others in the area and redirect the flows away from the neighborhood and more direct into our line. So it is for this coming year. This is a construction authorization.
Okay. You all set, Peg?
Yep.
Okay. Other questions? All right. There being none, Melanie, you want to do a roll call?
We have a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Julie Buchanan. Is there a second?
I'll second
Second.
it.
Oh, seconded by Judy. Let's do a roll call.
Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist.
Yes.
Great. 5 ayes, 0 noes.
Resolution passed unanimously. Okay. Can we move on to item D?
So item D and item E are somewhat connected. They have to do with phase 2 of consolidation in the Baldwinsville, Seneca Knolls service area of our district, of our consolidated district. So item D is the local law authorizing the leasing of the sewage disposal systems, very similar to what we did, in fact, exactly what we did in phase 1 of Meadowbrook Limestone. And then resolution E is approving the proposed leasing through the lease agreements. So those two kind of go together. So if you have any questions or concerns on those, but both are very, are a replica of what we did in Meadowbrook Limestone.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any questions? No questions? Okay, do I have a motion? On item D,
I'll move it.
moved by Peg Chase. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Holmquist. Okay, can you do a roll call, Melanie?
Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan. Trying to get in, just a second.
Julie?
And I'm
Chase?
back on. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Voting on item 1D, Julie,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 noes.
All right,
Yes.
thank you. Are there any questions on item E? Okay, is there a motion on item E?
I'll move that.
All right, it's moved by Peggy. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded
Let
by,
Kevin second something.
I'm sorry, Julie?
Let Kevin second that.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, could we do a roll call, Melanie?
Yes. Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 noes.
All right, great. Resolution passes. Move on to item F.
Good morning, everybody. Brian Donnelly. I'll be presenting F Item F is a local law authorizing the sale of property known as the lot to Allen Foundation. Allen Foundation has a great project at the corner of and Salina Street, known as the Salt City Marketplace. The $25 million project.
Brian, you're kind of muffled and in and out.
Any better?
Oh, that's much
Yep.
better. Thank
All
you.
right. My apologies. So Allen Foundation has a wonderful project, Salt City Marketplace, and the sale of the lot, which is used as a parking lot right now, would continue to be used as a parking lot by the Allen Foundation. Some quick background, the trolley lot was acquired by Onondaga County back in 2011 as the location, or a portion of the lot as the location for the Clinton CSO project. So what we're looking for today is to transfer or to sell the lot, $825,000. We had a fair market appraisal done. The appraisal was for $765,000. So the Allen Foundation has gone above and beyond for the purchase price for the lot. Meg O'Connell's here today. If you have any questions about the project, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer them. And I'll answer any questions you happen to have now.
Now, my understanding is what is being conveyed is there's no infrastructure located within the area to be conveyed. Is that correct?
There is infrastructure under the ground. So there are permanent easements that are all throughout the lot. So the lot would never be able to be used as a building lot. That's one of the reasons why the value today is considerably less than when the county purchased it in 2011. So, but we've worked with WEP, and there is no concern as far with because there are the permanent easements about its continued operation as a parking lot.
Now, will we have any liability or obligation to, I mean, I don't know if they're planning on paving it or not, but if we have to go in there and now dig up the area to do repairs, are we then, financially liable or obligated to repave the portion that we're digging up, or is that essentially the owner's responsibility?
If we had to do repairs in the lot related to work for WEP, certainly that cost would fall to WEP.
Okay. All right. Other questions?
Yes. Will this continue to be able to be used for public parking? Because I mean, I know that a lot of the people in Armory Square and when people go to the theater and stuff, they always park down there. Is that still going to be possible?
So Brian, do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go right ahead, Meg.
So yes, of course. This is going to be pretty seamless in terms of what the community is going to see. And just so you know, it wasn't the intent of the Allen Foundation or the Syracuse Urban Partnership to imply that we wanted to take ownership of the lot. It was really through a conversation with the county executive that we were hoping to secure. The lot currently has about 435 parking spots. It has 185 on a really good day that are monthly parkers. Their lot, as of yesterday, I talked with All Pro, they have about 110 just because of less people working downtown. But of the 435 spots, we estimate that the Syracuse Urban Partnership only needs about 100 of those. So our interest early on was just to kind of help partner to secure parking. But it became something where the county exec, I think, felt strongly that, the county doesn't want to be in the parking business. And if there was a way for us to purchase the lot and just continue the relationship with All Pro, make the lot available, as you mentioned, for partnerships with the Most and Landmark. So our intent is to continue to have all of that available and to continue to have the public use, and also to continue to use All Pro as the third-party management for it. The one change is that we would be opening up the gate It is the intent of the city, it has been for a while, to make Clinton Street go 2 ways. That should happen this spring, at which time then we would also open, which is currently a gate on the Clinton side, so that parking, you could enter the lot, not just through the backside of Armory Square behind the most, but also off of Clinton Street, which we feel would also make the lot more advantageous for the community to be able to use it.
Good.
Most.
And Brian, can you maybe just, I guess, elaborate in terms of what type of revenue the county currently derives from operating the parking lot?
Sure, Casey. The current agreement that we have with All Pro is a revenue-based agreement. They pay us $2,700 a month as rent for the lot. The deal as it currently exists is that any revenue on an annual basis above $140,000, we get 70% of. So to give you an idea, that has varied over the years. 2016, that overage amount was $36,000. 2019, it was $47,000. This year, it's zero.
Okay. All right. Other questions? Anyone? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, Tim.
Oh, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, Tim Burgess here,
Go ahead.
if I could. Thank you. How much did the county buy this for? Or what was the transaction prior to? I was looking for it and couldn't find it.
Tim, I believe it was purchased in 2011. There were multiple parcels purchased. This parcel in question was approximately $1.46 million in 2011. And it was purchased from the city of Syracuse.
Okay, and then because it's assessed for 2.2 million, something like that, if that's the right parcel.
I'm not sure. I don't have the assessment in front of me. As I mentioned earlier, that when the lot was originally purchased, it was exactly that, a parking lot. Once WEP put in the Clinton CSO project and the corresponding infrastructure with it, because there are permanent easements down there, it precludes any type of building on the lot. So its value is nowhere near what it once was.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Other questions? Okay, there being none, is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Julia Keeman. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Peggy Chase. Could you do a roll call, Melanie?
Yes, Legislator Jordan,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 noes.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay, I think that completes our agenda. I thank everyone for participating today and hope you all have a great weekend.
Casey,
Oh, yes,
can I ask something?
sure.
Okay. There's been a lot of hype on what is going on Barrett Road. Is what they're saying about taking homes for eminent domain. Where are we with all that? That's
Well, to my knowledge, there's no discussion whatsoever about exercising eminent domain at this point in time. I think what's been happening is there have been, I guess, for lack of a better word, solicitation of individuals on Burnett Road that may be interested in selling their property. And I believe the county has actually acquired a couple of pieces of property there. But to my knowledge, there's no discussion at this point in time as to any use of eminent domain on Barrett Road. And obviously anything like that would really be driven by if and when a potential employer is looking to locate in the White Pines Park, what their particular land needs would be. So at this point, there's no concrete proposal. No one's indicated that they're looking to locate there. Whether that would ever become a possibility would really be driven by, if and when an employer is looking to go in there and what their individual land needs are.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Okay, there be nothing else. We are
Motion to
adjourned.
adjourn?
Motion, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move it.
All right, moved by Peggy, is there a second?
Second.
All right. Seconded, Mr. Holmquist. I don't think we need to take a roll call. Unless anybody has any objection, I think we stand adjourned.
Have a
a good
good
day.
week.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank
Hi,
you.
guys.